Hey there, beautiful people. This is Mentor Shelley here to talk to you guys about ways to find a job without applying online. Now, here's that concept. We are going to get into this. Go ahead and drop a like as you're coming in and stay tuned. A better version of yourself professionally. All right, guys, as we're getting in here, go ahead and drop a like. And of course, let's get started, shall we? All right, ways to apply for, or ways to find a job without applying online, of course. If you're experiencing layoffs right now, I want to make sure you have all the options, you're exercising all the options that you can. Spending hours applying online with no responses, I'm going to say something you may not like. We're going to talk about ways to actually do that without you actually spending a lot of time, spending time on the computer, maybe to do some preliminary things, but not to apply online and not get any responses. What you are going to be able to do instead. After a layoff, your strategy matters more than your effort because right now you're competing with hundreds of applicants per job. There are some closures, some layoffs all over the place in the private and public sector that is happening. And it is absolutely imperative that you have an edge on others. So I want you to try a different strategy because panic applying everywhere is not going to work. So first of all, why should you listen to me? I've spent 20 years in human resources, more than 20 years now. I've seen a lot happens on layoffs. I've been on both ends of it because, yes, HR people get laid off too. People panic and start applying everywhere, and this is a reaction, not a strategy. I want you guys to move with strategy and intention. So let's start with first step. Leveraging your existing network, but do it strategically. Most people check in, most people do the check in. That doesn't necessarily work if you don't do it the right way. Show them how to reach out. Be specific, ask for insight, not a job. Position your value. People don't hire strangers, they hire people they feel connected to. Reach out to your existing network. Build on that. Start networking more, whether it be online, in Facebook groups, in LinkedIn groups, in groups, belly to belly and online. You don't necessarily have to apply there, but people will want to work with people they know, like, and trust. So you start there, leverage your existing network, talk to people. Hey, how you doing? At this point in time, I've gotten laid off, and I just wanted you to put a bug in your ear. I do have this and this that experience. I can leave the resume with you. Let me know if you know anybody that is looking for, this type of experience or these type of expertise in their organization. Something simple like that. It doesn't have to be rocket science. Another way is to go directly to hiring managers. Now, you are going to be on that computer, but it's doing research to find out who is where. Find the hiring managers on LinkedIn, one of the best places to do that. Another place to do that also is on the company websites. You may not get the names of all the people, but you do enough research and you commingle that with the LinkedIn research, you'll be able to narrow down who those folks are, whether it be the manager of the department or their hiring managers or recruiters. Send direct short messages, attach value, not just your resume. If you're only applying for jobs on job boards, you are practically invisible, unless you're making sure that your resume can get past their applicant tracking system, which is also what we refer to as ATS. Another way, tap into the hidden job market. Many jobs are filled before they are posting. This is where your networking is also going to be very, very valuable. Internal referrals dominate hiring. If there are people that I've gotten jobs this way. I've also helped people get jobs this way. The best opportunities are not even online yet, because if they know someone that has the experience they're looking for and they come highly recommended, you best believe all those hundreds and 500 people and 600 people that's applying for a job, they may not even look. It may not even be posted yet. and they'll find somebody in the hidden market. So it's best to keep your connections tight. Communicating with recruiters the right way. Now, don't bombard the recruiter. Now they're busy. They're talking to people too. But sometimes if you have the experience they're looking for a particular position, you both may be on the same page. Don't wait. Reach out proactively and position yourself clearly. Follow up. Most people don't. The money in business, it said the the fortune is in what? The follow up, folks. So it doesn't change because you're you pretty much you're out here looking for better opportunities without having to panic apply online, but you do have to follow up with folks. All right, recruiters are not don't chase confusion. They respond to clarity. So be clear, know what the professional goals you have, know the specific type of opportunities you're going for when you're speaking to those recruiters, and then you can find the right recruiters to communicate with. It's all with a strategy, guys. But let's keep it 1,000, right? Let's keep it real. You can apply to 200 jobs and still get nowhere. Or you can use the strategies that I just talked about, keeping your network tight, reaching out directly to recruiters, the type of recruiters that may be in the industry that you're applying to transition to, or you've already been in. Okay? Or you can have strategic conversations with real people that have possible offers available. The only way for you to know is if you talk to them. Make sure you're strategizing so you can get hired faster. Okay, of course, guys, these are all possible solutions, but I want to make sure that you have a more comprehensive view of some of the things that we talked about. I do have my Overcoming Layoff workshop that you can sign up for. We talk about these things. There's going to be some live classes that I'm also going to be, incorporating in along with all of the great resources that are already there. I help to work with you to help you fix that resume when you do use it online or offline and position yourself in the market like we've been talking about to make sure that your applications, if you do apply, you can apply online, you can apply in person, but don't depend on those strategies alone. Connecting with people also definitely helps, networking and all the like and all the things that we talked about here today. Interviewing with confidence, creating a strategy that actually works. This is one of the strategies that we talk about in the Overcoming Layoff workshop, and we have definitely way other strategies that you can use to close the gap between you being unemployed and employed. But you have to do it with strategy and intention. Of course, guys, if you want to take it a step further and you want me to help you work with you one on one, whether it's to for me to do your resume yourself, my resume for you, or if you want to schedule other consultations where you want to work with me directly, so we have a one on one to make sure that you have all of your marketing materials to market you in the in the employment space, in the marketplace, the job marketplace, making sure you have your resume. I do offer resume and cover letter restructuring, and I also offer interview and salary negotiation specifically for your employment goals, for your employment needs. Okay, you don't need more application, you need a better strategy, and you need to operate with that strategy. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, we can definitely do that at mentorshelley.com/consultations. Now, if you want to definitely jump into the Overcoming Layoff workshop to get started, so you can at least have access to some resources so you can put your strategy together and implement it so we can close this job market well for you. All right, guys, I want to make sure that you have what you need. Of course, if you have additional questions, feel free to connect with me at mentorshelley.com/contact, where you can leave me a voicemail or an email message. I'm more than happy to return your voicemail or email message. If you use the tab on the side, the gray tab on my website, you can actually click on that and leave me a voicemail message, and I'll respond to you in kind. Guys, I want you to be able to use all of the tools, and it doesn't have to be you panic applying online. You got to connect with people to get the job done. All right, guys, take care. This is Mentor Shelley, wanting to make sure that you become a better version of yourself professionally. If you're going through layoffs, come, join us in the Overcoming Layoff workshop, or you can work with me one-on-one to help you meet the goals that you have with getting employed again, or getting things improving things for you economically. All right, guys, take care. You have a good one.